The hatch slid open with a metallic groan, and the heavy pressure of the deep sea rushed in to meet them. Sky adjusted her mask, her fingers steady as she checked the seal. Behind her, Fuifui drifted out, weightless and alert, while Kumar kicked his legs to catch the current. They pushed off into the blue void. The light from the surface was a distant, fading memory. Here, the ocean possessed its own rhythm. Bioluminescent coral clung to the rock faces, pulsing with a slow, neon heartbeat that turned the surrounding water into a kaleidoscope of shifting color. Thousands of jellyfish hovered in the dark, their translucent forms glowing like suspended lanterns. Sky reached out, her hand brushing against the soft, cool current as she steered herself deeper. The silence was not empty. It was thick with the hum of the trench. Every movement they made left a trail of silver bubbles that spiraled upward into the gloom. They drifted forward, small figures against the vast, glowing architecture of the deep, moving toward a mystery that radiated from the heart of the abyss. The ocean floor dropped away, plunging into a narrow, jagged trench that seemed to pull them into the earth. Sky gripped the guideline, her eyes scanning the rock walls for any sign of life. Fuifui darted ahead, his ears twitching as he caught a strange vibration in the water. Kumar followed. He crept past obsidian. A basin bloomed. There, embedded directly into the cliff face, stood a colossal metal door. It was scarred by time but clearly engineered. Its surface etched with intricate, swirling patterns shimmered. A dark maw yawned open. Sky kicked her fins, slowing her momentum until she hovered just feet from the threshold. She held her breath, listening. A faint, rhythmic thrumming vibrated through the water, traveling out from the cavern. It was not the sound of the ocean, but the sound of something deliberate, something waiting. She signaled to Fuifui and Kumar to stay close, her gaze locked on the darkness beyond the threshold. The mystery of the deep had found a home, and they were standing at its front door.
They pushed through the threshold and the world transformed. The cavern was flooded with light and sound,
vibrating with a pulse that hit them like a physical wave. Electric eels darted through the water,
their bodies glowing in rapid neon zigzags that acted like living light strings.
Lights bathed the vast space. Crabs feasted near sunken drums,
their claws tapping out a sharp, steady beat that resonated through the water. The rhythmic thumping traveled through the floor and into their bones. Sky felt the energy take hold, her hesitation dissolving as the vibrant atmosphere wrapped around her. Fuifui darted forward, his movements quick and playful as he dodged the undulating eels. Kumar spun in the water, his arms wide as he caught the infectious joy of the scene. The entire cavern was a swirl of motion,
light, and sound, a hidden sanctuary thriving in the dark.
Water danced, crabs drummed, life pulsed. Breathing symphony that turned the deep-sea gloom into a celebration of light and sound.
The music echoed against the cavern walls, drawing the trio toward the heart of the celebration. Sky kicked forward, weaving through the thicket of dancing eels and bobbing jellyfish. The water here was dense with motion. Bubbles swirled, Fuifui bounded, while Kumar performed a series of agile flips to navigate the crowded space. A unified surge, parting sea life's glow. Sky felt the vibrations of the drums intensifying until they were a steady pulse against her chest. Reaching the focal point, they found the DJ octopus stationed atop a raised coral platform, his 8 arms manipulating a complex array of glowing shells and shimmering sea glass.
Sky steadied, Fuifui darted, paws waved.
Kumar joined them, spinning in a tight circle to signal their presence. Sky raised a hand, pointing toward the DJ and then toward the empty space at the center of the room. She was ready to shift the rhythm, moving from guest to participant, and she waited for the octopus to acknowledge their request. The DJ octopus paused, his multiple arms hovering mid-air as he processed the request. He swiveled his head, his large, intelligent eyes locking onto Sky, then Fuifui, and finally Kumar. With a flick of his tentacles, he swept a command across the glowing shell console. Drums silenced, eels dimmed, light ebbed.
The silence was immediate and absolute, pressing against the trio like a physical weight.
The water stopped its restless churning. Every creature in the cavern, the crabs on their drums, the jellyfish hovering near the ceiling, the fish darting in the current froze in place.
It was as if the entire ocean had held its breath.
Hundreds of eyes shifted toward the center of the floor, where the three visitors floated. The stillness stretched,
turning the vibrant party into a theater of anticipation. Sky felt the cold pressure of the deep, now devoid of melody.
No one moved. No one spoke. The entire cavern waited for the next sound to break the heavy, electric air. The transition was complete. The focus of the entire hidden world was now entirely on them. The silence broke with a single, resonant chime that rippled through the cavern. It was a clear, crystalline sound that seemed to vibrate in the very marrow of the water. From the edge of the shadows, a massive sea turtle glided into the light. He approached the center with slow, deliberate strokes. Reaching the middle of the floor, he tapped his heavy shell against a sunken stone pillar. Deep bass pulsed, shaking sand. Sky felt it. A steady, grounding beat that defined the new tempo. The turtle hummed a low, melodic sound, his own name woven into the bass line. His movement was heavy and precise. Then, the water around him sparked with motion. A school of clownfish darted forward, swirling in a tight circle. Chirps danced, a bright song above the bass. The two sounds locked together, a perfect contrast of depth and height. Around the room, the other creatures leaned in, their bodies swaying in time to the new, infectious melody. The first spark of connection had been struck, and the cavern began to pulse with life once more.
The melody shifted, twisting into a faster, more intricate tempo. A seahorse darted into the spotlight, its body coiling into a tight spiral. It spun rapidly. A blurred motion arc met the percussion. A pufferfish glided forth, its spikes flattening as it inhaled. With a sudden rhythmic pop, it puffed outward, its round body expanding in perfect time to a bass drum strike. The energy in the cavern surged. The music began to pulse with a distinct personality for every creature that approached. A starfish crawled onto a rock, its 5 arms pulsing in rhythmic waves that rippled against the beat. Nearby, a crab abandoned its drum and scuttled in a tight, clicking circle, its claws snapping to the melody. Each movement was a calculated note. Sky watched as the rhythm became a physical language, a sequence of spins, puffs, and clicks that defined the character of every performer. The cavern was no longer just a room. It was a living, breathing instrument. The music climbed, each creature's turn, a vibrant, complex dance.
Rhythm peaked, cavern floor glowed, spheres rose, drifting upward like rising embers. As these bubbles hit the cooler water, they expanded, their surfaces hardening into crystalline shells. Within each sphere, brilliant light coalesced into letters, spelling out the names of the creatures below. A bubble drifted past the seahorse, its glow illuminating the name in sharp, neon script. The pufferfish bumped its nose against another. Light names spun. Sky's fingers grazed a cool orb.
She felt the name hum against her skin, a tangible connection to the creature it represented.
The pressure of the deep sea pressed against them, but it no longer felt heavy. It felt like a warm, supportive embrace, holding the entire group in a shared space. Every creature looked up, names pulsed, a starry ceiling. The music swelled, lifting the notes higher, and the cavern walls reflected the brilliant glow. It was a symphony of light and sound where every individual was known, named, and celebrated in the heart of the abyss.
The music surged, climbing toward a final towering peak. Sky pushed forward, her hands outstretched, and took hold of the spinning current. Fuifui hopped into the center, his paws tracing wide arcs in the water, while Kumar flipped through the swirling bubbles, catching the rhythm in every movement.
Around them, the sea creatures converged. The crabs stopped their drumming to join the chorus, their shells clacking in perfect unison. The electric eels wove themselves into a singular. Lights braid hummed, creatures swayed, contributing to a massive, harmonious wall of sound that filled the cavern.
Sky, Fuifui, Kumar spun, a vortex pulling light, melody.
The water vibrated with the sheer force of the collective performance. It was a singular, thunderous note of belonging. There was no more space between them, only the shared motion of the dance and the unified power of the song. As they spun, the cavern walls seemed to dissolve into pure, rhythmic light, marking the absolute zenith of their journey together.
Thunder's roar dissolved, a soft chime, snow-like in water.
Sky slowed her spin, her limbs drifting lazily in the current as the vortex of light lost its tension. Fuifui landed softly on a bed of soft moss, his paws coming to a rest, while Kumar hung suspended,
letting the remaining bubbles carry him downward. The electric eels unwound.
Amber glow bathed the cavern, crabs hid,
their rhythmic tapping fading into the background silence. A profound stillness settled over the cave,
broken only by the faint, rhythmic hum of the bioluminescent coral. Sky looked at her friends.
Fuifui blinked slowly, and Kumar drifted closer, his movements fluid and unhurried.
Deep sea's firm grip, a reassuring weight. But a sanctuary. They floated in the center of the quiet space, surrounded by the soft, pulsing light of their new companions. The long journey had brought them to this hidden pocket of the world.
And as the last echoes of the song faded, they remained, suspended in the warmth of a hard-won peace.
Hello, friends! Thanks for watching the video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Fuifui and Kumar look forward to seeing you next time. Love you! Bye!